It is a short story in English, and it tells that people used to go to the wise man, complaining to him of the same problems every time. One day, Algecom told them a joke and everyone laughed about it. After 2 minutes, he told them the same joke again and a few smiled. For the third time he said the same joke, no one laughed. The wise man smiled and said to them, "One cannot laugh at the same joke over and over again. So why does a person always cry about the same problem?" The moral of the story: feeling anxious will not solve the problems, but rather it will waste your time, energy, and happiness. Far from any short story about theft, let's see a bright side of life through this story. One of the men's favorite donkey fell into a deep hole. He could not withdraw it no matter how hard he tried. So he decided to bury the donkey alive. He poured dirt on the donkey from above. So the donkey felt dirt and began to shake it and trample it. And whatever pours more dirt, it shakes it off and advances. The more earth is poured, the higher its height. By noon, the donkey had risen from the hole and was in the green pastures. After a lot of attempts, problems, and progress, learning from them, one will arrive in green pastures. A man passed by another man digging in the desert, and he said to him, "What is wrong with you, man, and why are you digging in the desert?" He said, "I buried some money in this desert, and I am not finding where it is." He said to him, "You should have made a mark on it." He said, "I did." He said, "And what is the sign?" He said, "A cloud in the sky used to shade it, and I don't see the sign now." A long time ago, a soldier went to war, leaving his old mother, his wife, and 3 of his children. After a while, news began to arrive of the martyrdom of some of the soldiers in the war. So the mother, wife and children became in anguish and sadness, fearing for their absent family. One day, Ali, the oldest son of the soldier, found his grandmother crying, so he said to her, "Grandma, don't cry, for you have lost your sight from a lot of sadness." The grandmother said to him in a tone that she was exhausted by crying and pain, "Son, that life is a liver, I do not cry for my son. The hero who went to war, he is in any case, a hero, while I weep for you, your brothers, and the younger generation, because it will grow up in ruins, and will find everything that the enemy has taken from it." The old grandmother continued her words, saying, "What makes me cry, my son, that your childhood has been stolen, and the best of your lands has been burned. The land is the supply." He knocked on the door, so the youngest daughter Amal went to open the door and found her father, who had been seriously wounded in the war. The children, grandmother and wife ran over him. And when his mother touched a wound, she said, "Do you know your father's true wound in his heart? He was wounded in his homeland, my son. As for this external wound, definitely it doesn't hurt." The father said, "Yes, my mother. War is a poisoned dagger that has stabbed our hearts. May God give peace to our dear homeland, so that the wound will stop bleeding. How great is freedom and how beautiful is peace." Most popular places to visit during summer are the beaches. Kenneth Green loved going to beaches. He lived close to Venice Beach, and could walk to the beach in 30 minutes. He could smell the ocean whenever he woke up. Kenneth and his friends decided to go to the beach the first day of the summer. When they got there, they found it was filled with tourists and people trying to escape the heat. Even though the beach was filled with people, Kenneth didn't care. He knew all the cool places to go. He was friends with some shop owners. He was also friends with the owners of a little Mexican restaurant. He had a little booth reserved for him during the summer so that whenever he got hungry he didn't have to wait for a table. The owners were family friends of Kenneth and they loved having him around. Kenneth didn't like to abuse their relationship, so he only went to the restaurant once or twice a week, and he always left good tips. There are a lot of activities to do at the beach. People can go swimming, rent a bike, play volleyball, or shop around. Kenneth is always careful when he is around volleyball nets and people bicycling. Last year, he was walking by the volleyball nets when a large man jumped up to hit the ball, which ended up hitting Kenneth right in the head. The man ran to Kenneth to make sure he was okay. He was okay, but a bit dizzy. As Kenneth was trying to get his balance back, he walked right into the path of a bicycle. He crashed into a woman riding a bicycle, and they both fell down. It wasn't Kenneth's favorite summer.